What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, April 27th. I had to look at that. I don't know if anyone else feels like days are just blending together because there's so much going on. But it's one of the busiest times of the business. It's one of the fastest times of the business. And so because of that, we're going to get right after it. We've got lots of things to talk about today. And one of the themes, I guess, for this week is just attributes. So next week on Monday, noon Eastern, so it's 9 Pacific, 10 Mountain Time. 11 Central, I guess, for everybody. We've got Rich Davini for our official season kickoff. What's going on, SJ? Good to see you there. So Rich Davini, he's an expert in the area of attributes. He works with Andrew Huberman, who works at the Huberman Labs at Stanford, around some of the attributes and just the actual neurology of things. He's also a Navy SEAL, which means he's a badass. So so he's going to come in and talk to us as boot camp continues rolling. So for Ontario, you'll be starting boot camp for out west, outside of Ontario, you will be starting week 2 of boot camp. So it'll be pretty awesome. So make sure you're there. Rich Davini is a really cool guy. He's named the podcast. He's been on it recently with his book, and he's excited to talk to us because I think there's a lot of parallels. So keep that in mind. But when it comes to attributes, there's a lot of different things that make for somebody who's going to be successful. As I get asked it all the time. And to me, it's what makes somebody successful? It's not really like a skill. It's more of an attribute and what you can actually do and what you can handle. And that idea of grit is so massive. Everyone's being stretched and pushed so hard right now. And do you have the grit to be able to go out and get through what you need to get through? And I think that's kind of it right now, right? If you think about what we do, it's not that hard. We knock on doors where you're legally allowed to. Where you're not, we do some other things. But we generate leads. We count windows, believe it or not, and we put them into something that gives us a price. We then schedule a date and come back with a ladder to get us high in the air to put a squeegee on a piece of glass after we've washed it with soap and water. And we go like this, and we get paid for it. So, again, I know it's far more complicated than that. But because the complication comes from the attributes that are required typically to be able to run a big successful business. So keep that in mind. That's what Rich is going to talk to us a little bit about. Some of the things that we'll say connected to being a SEAL and being in the Navy SEAL, which is pretty crazy, and the boot camp that happens there, and some of the things that you guys are going to go through right now. And it's all relative. And I think that's a huge, huge thing to keep in mind. So again, next week, noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. Make sure you're there. You'll get the link. It's going to be an awesome time. With that, 2 headlines for us. Boot camp. Don't forget about it. We're rolling. Out west, day 2 now. It looks really cool what you guys are doing out there. Again, I think having some fun and some fun names and just a bunch of stuff going on out there. So keep that going. COVID-19 screeners. Please make sure you're doing that. You're protecting yourself as a business owner and as someone leading the business, but you're also protecting your team. You're protecting the health and well-being of your customers and your team. Keep that in mind as you go through. Client tether. Clarissa, thanks for writing some of these campaigns. There's some action plans now that you can use to really help you move things through. So quick time out. Make sure you do this. There is, just look at the list. We've got basically 4 campaigns that you want to look at. One, it's called Referral Campaign Ontario. The reason it says Ontario is that it speaks in that campaign directly to not being able to knock on doors. So with that one, you want to put all of your currently booked customers into that campaign. It will not take them out of their event plan. It will not do anything else there, but you want to move them into that action plan so that you can actually have that go out. It talks a little bit about referrals and how important those are to your business. There is a template called It's Window Cleaning Season for outside of Ontario. It talks about the same idea of referrals, but it gives you the ability, because things are a little different, to do anything else you need to do with that one. So that's a template right now that you can use. Go out there and make sure you're using those. There is a May estimate follow-up plan. So it sounds like a lot of people would do an estimate for a customer and not move them into an action plan, and they're all sitting there at new lead. If you move them into the May estimate follow-up plan, it's going to help you book work. It's got a whole series of communications about it being May and getting going, and then you've done a window cleaning estimate for them, and it's got 4 months worth of follow-up that's going to be done for you with those customers. So yes, you might need to follow up with people for 4 months. This does that for you. So if you have anybody who's in the sales cycle of new lead currently, that you've done an estimate for that is not currently in your pipeline in the sales cycle stage of estimated, please move those people into the May estimate follow-up plan. It will book you work, and it's going to keep the numbers clean. The other thing, just as a reminder, what we've updated again is the new lead estimate sent and needs follow-up. That's the name of the action plan. New lead estimate sent needs follow-up. That's what you should be using for all your estimates. It's got a really cool, very thought-through set of text messages and emails that really try and get somebody engaged if in the short term, but also over the long term. You will have somebody in July get that message. You go, you know what, my renos are done, or you know what, I did want to get this done, or you know what, I had completely forgot about this, and now this is, I can't believe I still haven't got my windows clean. So if you don't put them in there, you will not get I all but guarantee you're not going to call that customer back in July. Where you'd be like, I did that estimate for somebody back in April. Are you going to July call them? Hey, didn't it? Not likely. So this is going to have a campaign that has got communications ongoing with you, with that for you. So again, please do that. So validate through. May estimate follow-up plan. If you have somebody that needs a new lead, move them into that you did. So if they're new lead because you just did an estimate for them. As you do new estimates, they're to go into the new lead estimate sent needs follow-up action plan. There's a referral campaign for Ontario as an action plan and a template called It's Window Cleaning Season for outside of Ontario. Please use these. You're going to book a ton of work out of them. So with that said, we roll into the K Clubs. It's K Club time. Start at 15K Club. The 10K Club has been retired. It is May 1st on Monday. We're just going to start now at the 15K Club. So starting off in that 15K Club, Mr. John Douglas, Vanessa Douglas, Amrit, Mark Wonko, Aiden Clark, McLeod Wilson, Nashua, Sam Taylor, Chase Buchanan, Alec Sawyer, Slada, Sheena Warner, Sergio Diaz, Alex Kolnick, Adam Mikowski, Daniel Clapper, Tigra, Lily Nagel, Brendan Bowler, Simone Flynn, and Josue. So congrats everybody in that 15K Club. 20K Club, Aiden Scott, Max Kolnick, Samto, Braden Hudson, Carissa, Will Keever, Matt Scott, Juan, Peter Dirksen, Liam Duff, Ryan McNally, Joy Higgins, Nigel Nielsen, and Pierce Baker. Congrats, 20K Club, everybody. 25K Club, Wes McDonald, Austin Udy, SJ, Brendan White, Lachlan, John Beaton, Lucas Timpson, George Larmon, Noah Sloan, Tarek Burry, and Daniel Batoon. 30K Club, Megan Moore. Anybody just hear that notification come through? Does that give anybody else a bit of a twitch? I was like, oh, I'd jump in it. So 30K Club, we start off, we go Megan Moore, Juan Barrera, Will Hall, Connor Evans, Jitesh, Braden Fleury, Adam Debat, Talia, Muzz, and Cole Olfert. Awesome job, everybody there in the 30K Club. 35K Club starts off with Amy Nugent, Micah, Noah Aspridge, Oleg, and Emily Nadeau. Awesome job in that 35K Club. 40K Club, Brenner Murray, Io, Zach Irvine, and Henry. Awesome job, everyone. That 40K Club. 50K Club, Ben Seeley, Himanish, Ruben Smith, Colin, and Jamie Schultz. 60K Club, Mr. Matt DeCatch. 70K Club, Emma Seed Binney and Erica McAllister. Great job, ladies. 80K Club, Joel Warner. 90K Club, David DiFrancesco Marino. 115K Club, Alex Horner. And we put in 124K Club for Mr. Kian Devachi, leading the way. Again there, Kian, awesome. Great job, everybody. Hopefully some of these clubs are accurate. We're doing a lot of work in the background right now with Clienteller to finish out some of the reporting. It is like a Rubik's Cube trying to get that all together for everybody, but they're here. So that's your K Clubs. On to your Rookie and Entrepreneur of the Week nominations. We only got 3 Rookie of the Week noms this week, guys. I know everybody's busy with some exams, but let's go. It's about managing massive priorities, and that's what we're doing right now, and the market is on absolute fire. So start off with Mr. Aiden Clark. $3,300 booked, all external last week. Had a few bad days, but held it high. Didn't let the energy waver. Great job, Aiden. Sergio Diaz booked $3,000 as well. Had to write a bunch of finals and take a driver's test, buy a car, still got to the goal. And Matt Scott, $3,000 booked, getting through finals, hiring your team. Great to see that, Matt. Really well done. So those are your Rookie of the Week. Entrepreneur of the Week. I got a few of those here. We have Carissa. Another great week, booking $5,800, almost entirely external during exam week. Great job. Yeah, it's that power of that self-sufficient team. Huge. Really well done, Carissa. Himanish, $6,600 booked, of which $2,400 was external, in a world where we can't even cold call. So I'd love to hear how you did that. Great job creating some custom flyers, and then talking to walkers and problem solving to the goal. So there's lots of different options, but getting to that goal is huge. Mr. Connor Kozak with a big week, booked $10,000, doubled your business in a week, man. Great to see you getting back on the horse. Henry Bourdain, $5,000 booked, as well as an employee army hired. Bring that army to boot camp, man, and put it down. Zach Irvine, $5,000, another strong week pushing through that last stretch of school. And Mr. David D. Francesco Marina booked $6,000 last week and continue to build your cold calling team. Awesome job there. So the winners are our rookie of the week, Mr. Aiden Clark. Aiden, really well done. $3,300 booked is all external. But man, great job, Aiden, pushing through that. Congrats, rookie of the week, Mr. Aiden Clark. Our entrepreneur of the week goes to, this was a debate, but Mr. Himanish Kumar. Himanish, entrepreneur of the week, so $7,000 booked pretty much last week. 2,400 in external, which is awesome. Great job creating all those flyers and all that problem solving. Can't wait to talk to you, hear a little bit more about some of that. And you too, Aiden, on some of the ways that you're getting some of this external done and just getting in it and building through some of that stuff. So birthdays, none this week. Only thing to celebrate is big numbers on the board, everybody. So let's get after it. Great job. Congrats to our rookie entrepreneur and entrepreneur of the week. Congrats to all the nominations. Congrats to those making progress right now. This is the time. I plead with you. Let's go. This is the time the market is at its hottest. I know there's restrictions. I know there's things going on no matter what province you're in. Let's get after it. This is the time to problem solve. This is the time to pull out all the stops. The market is at its hottest. If you don't get to that customer, somebody else is. We got to figure out how to get to them in a safe and healthy way. So again, momentum. It's everything. It's either going with you or it's going against you. Do the things you need to do to make sure it's going with you and building for you. Have a great week, everybody. Let's go.